people are looking for a better partner, another partner, or to improve the relationship they have with their partner and also their children. So maybe tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. This is a great story, you know. Some years ago, as I said before, I was a Joe Dispenza student. I am still studying and attending to his seminars. So, well, I learned about his meditations. And someday I thought that I was ready to be with someone. You know, I was single at that time. So I want to be, because I like to share my time with somebody. So I said, well, I have to start applying my job, you know. So I started doing a meditation, Joe Dispenza meditation, and I had a clear idea of what I wanted. I wanted a person, a man that could be with me. And I just made a list, you know, of the attributes that this person should have. I wanted to feel supported. I wanted to feel really loved, respected. And most importantly for me was that he accepted me as I am, because I know that I am a little bit different, you know. I have a lot of ideas and I'm doing a lot of things all the time. So I need somebody that understands that and that supports and accepts that. So, well, I made this list, you know, of all the things that I wanted from him. I was not focused in some physical aspects, especially for one, and this is really strange. I wanted him to have a beard. Why? I don't know, but I wanted him to have a beard.
Machismo.
No, not at all.
No.
Machismo, no.
No.
You know, I don't know why, but this was like really, I don't care if he's tall, if he's short.
Okay. But you wanted the facial hair. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's it.
Well, you know what? You know what? That's wonderful, because when I discuss that subject with people, I encourage them to make a list, a specific list. It could be 10 things, primary things that you're looking for in your partner. And let's face it, looks can be part of that. Certainly romance can be part of that. The other things you mentioned, that them having similar in your personalities that need to match the type of man or woman that you want. Hello and welcome. I have an amazing lady with me today. She is from Mexico. So now we've represented several other countries, and tonight we have Isabel Mesa. She is a very special lady. I worked with her through coaching and through classes together for at least almost 3 years now. She's an amazing lady, and she is going to be sharing with us her progress using the power of imagination and manifesting an amazing life. We're excited to welcome Isabel Mesa. Isa, how are you?
Thank you, Robert. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very honored, and it's just wonderful to be here and be part of this.
Well, we're super happy to have you with us on my YouTube channel. Of course, we've known each other for quite a while, and you've had quite a journey. But before we get into that journey, tell us a little bit about what part of Mexico you're in, and maybe a little bit about your family situation and your life there in Mexico.
Yeah, sure. Well, I am in Mexico City. As you've said, I'm Mexican. I'm very Mexican. I've lived here all my life in Mexico City. So I live with my 2 kids. I have a 7-year-old boy and a little baby of 9 months, and with my partner, Alejandro. And well, my life is about taking care of my kids. And I also do coaching, you know. I also work as hypnotherapist and a past life regression therapist. So quite a few things in my daily life.
Well, that's amazing. So some of this I'm you know, that you're really updating me a little bit more on what you're doing and how it's you're helping people. So not only have you become an imagination life coach, you also have a hypnotherapy that you teach people and you use with people. and you can tell us more about that. And then you said you also have a past life regression. Did you say that?
Yeah. Actually, I learned
Wow.
hypnotherapy because hypnotherapy is necessary to do past life regressions. So yeah, that's what I do.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So we want to hear more about that. And let's go back to a couple of years and kind of give us your journey on this, all of the progress you've made, things that have happened in your life that have really developed your ability to use your imagination and manifest the life you have. Tell us about that.
Well, actually, this has been a really interesting journey, you know, because I've started in this journey about learning how to manifest. I've always had this thought that we as persons should have any ability, you know, to do something. We should not rely just in a God that it's outside, that we have some kind of power. Since I was a kid, I had that idea. But well, you know, in a culture like mine, there's a lot of influence from religion, from the community. So it's like difficult to keep these ideas, you know. So some years ago, I thought that there should be something else. So I started my journey, you know, looking for teachers, looking for books. And a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I knew Neville Goddard. And this was really a really weird situation because he came from nowhere. Just one day I was working and I was at Google, and then I saw Neville Goddard, and I have never heard about him, you know. And then I click on that, and when I read the first sentence, I thought, well, that is my guy. I have to study that guy because he it was just one sentence, you know. And he was talking about the use of imagination. So I said, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the truth. I have to go that way. So
you met Neville Goddard, we could say, his works online, or just you were just scrolling through some was it YouTube or Google?
Yeah.
Or?
No, it was Google. I don't remember what I was working, you know, and I was looking for, I don't know what. And then that name appeared, and it's strange because that is not a common name, and in Spanish it's even it's not common. So what's that? And then I saw that sentence, and I said, "What, really?" And I started reading the information of that web page, and I said, "Okay, I have to go there." I have always liked to study, you know, since I was really young. I love to study. I love to read. I have done a lot of self-study, you know. When I find a book or an author that I like or I find interesting, I go and I buy all the books, I look all the information, and I go deep, no? So when I knew about Neville Goddard, I had, in the past, I started learning about Joe Dispenza work. So I found that it was really, it was kind of the same, you know, but the part that I really liked about Neville Goddard was this mystic part, because I love mystics. So it was like, oh my God, you know, he got me. And that's the way it was really strange. And then after that day, I start seeing this name everywhere. Here in Mexico, Neville Goddard is not a Spanish name, you know. So I was driving and I saw the name of a street, Neville. I said, oh, that is so strange because it's not Spanish, you know. Why this street is named
crazy.
Neville?
In Mexico, yeah, right.
Yeah, crazy. So it was okay. These are signs, you know, that I have to go through that path because someone is guiding me. So I have to learn more about him. And
so you obviously have a very open-minded journey and everything, for me, everything is okay. So all the different religions, be it Catholic or whatever, you know, whatever religion, doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I welcome everyone, but it's interesting you mentioned that like the Philippines, also very heavy Catholic country. And so they're very spiritual people. They're very, very sincere. And this is a good thing. You know, I lived in Mexico, Playa del Carmen for 9 months. I love Mexico, and very, very good people, just a very, very good-hearted people. but like many people that come from mainstream religion, you were searching, you were looking for spirituality, and you say mysticism because you wanted to learn more about life, right, and spirituality, and that led you to Neville Goddard. And so when you found Neville Goddard, it eventually that led you to discovering Neville Goddard Mystic Teaching Facebook site. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because then I started to look everything that I could find from Neville. So I found this wonderful Facebook group because I found several, but this one just catch me because it was an educational site. You know, it was not just to go there and comment. No, it was a place where you can find information. You can find people that can help you to understand, because you know there are a lot of terms or a lot of concepts that are not so easy at the very beginning, and if you are not related to this kind of stuff, it could be heavy. So I found a place where people were not just sharing their stuff or their problems, but people, the moderators, you were one of those, just shared tips, share about how we can learn more. You know, these Zoom classes that you had, it was like a perfect place to learn and to share and to be part of a community that understand the same that I was facing. Mm-hmm.
You were, you know, it's interesting because from the very beginning, you started, I had several classes, The Feeling is a Secret and The Power of Awareness and so forth. And you started joining in the Zoom classes that I was conducting. And you and I began to connect a little bit. And then you actually decided to take some personal coaching.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always believed in the last 20 years that I started this journey. I have always thought that it's important that you have somebody that can help you, can guide you, people that has gone through the same path, that can give you some tips, that can make your path maybe easier or better. So I have always believed that it's important to be accompanied. Yeah, and for sure I looked for you because you were the best option, and you are always the best option. So yeah, I decided to look coaching with you because I was really interested, you know, in go deeper. Because I can read. Actually, I had all the books. You know, I looked in Spanish. There are a lot of lectures and books translated in the web. So I looked for all the lectures in Spanish. I made like a big book, you know, because I was really interested in learning more in my own language, you know, Spanish. That's why I looked for a coach, partners, so I can go deeper on this and learn more. Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a wonderful experience for me. You approached me about coaching, and I agreed to for us to coach you basically. And we really over the next few weeks after that, we connected quite a bit. And you had, I don't know if you want to tell everything, but basically you had some really primary challenges at that time, being a single mother, and also you had some goals related to finding a partner. And I think a lot of people are, maybe this is really going to be refreshing for them, because so many people are interested in finding a partner or repairing a relationship or developing a relationship. Well, you have a success story. So when you came to me for coaching, maybe highlight some of the challenges you had and how have things gone since you've fully immersed yourself and applied what you learned.
Yeah, for sure. Well, when we had that coaching session, I was going through, I mean, in my personal life, I already have my partner, and I want to talk about that because he was a manifestation. I manifested him, I know. I attracted him, well. But I was going through a different situations, mainly with my kid, my older kid, because he was having, I don't know, a behavior that I didn't like. I had some comments from school. So I was like dealing with that. And with Alejandro, that is my partner, we were together, but I was just like, I don't know, something is missing. No, he was going through a very difficult situation at his work. So I was like very confused. And I was in this mood of everything is wrong, you know, everything is bad for me, nothing is working. And also I knew about all these theories and all these manifestation information. I needed some help, you know, I needed someone that could tell me, okay, stop, let's see, stop focusing in that. I remember that the first thing that you told me was, okay, stop talking about what you do not want anymore. Stop telling that. And I remember that you made me write some ideas, changing, you know, because I was, no, this is bad, and he's behaving so rude and so on. And you told me, you stop doing that and you stop focusing in what you want. The first rule was that.
That's amazing. You know, I mean, it's been over 2 years since we did that, and I'm trying to reflect on some of the things we shared, but that is so true. And, you know, I still use that today. I mean, with my newer clients, I do the same thing. The first thing I want to do is find out what their challenges are, what their perceived problems are, what their goals are, and then I want to know all of it. And after I have all of it, one of the first things I do that you experienced with me, I said, okay, well, this is probably going to be the last time we will ever talk about your problem.
Yeah.
You've explained it, and now we only want to spend time in solution, right? What is the answer? What is the solution? What is the opposite of all of those things that you don't want? And I got you focused on what you wanted, and then you took off on your own. See, as a coach, and you probably feel similar, unlike a therapist wants to keep somebody on a string for month after month after month. You know, it's a steady income. If you have a client, you have every week, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as a coach, my goal is always to get somebody self-sufficient so they can become their own coach. And you not only became your own coach, you became, I invited you to be a moderator. I said, no pressure, but you're going to represent all of Mexico, South America, and the Hispanic world in our Facebook site. And you're like, Robert, I don't know if I can do this. And you're like, and, you know, I said, no, you can do it. You can do it. And it became a moderator for us on our site that's grown from 3,000 to 60,000 members on the Facebook site. And then after that, I just saw greatness in you. And I said, you know what? You can be a coach. And then you became a coach, and you're also an imagination life coach, but you've expanded even past that. Tell us some of the other experiences you brought in, because you mentioned about hypnotism and some other therapies that you're doing now. How did you get into that, and how is that going for you? How have you felt you're helping people with that?
Yeah, you know, I've always, as I said before, I've always liked this mysticism of life. So I always thought that there should be something else besides this body, right? I was talking about spirit, soul, whatever. So after we had that coaching session, and after I started studying deeply, I knew that before I have to talk about this. I studied, I'm a chemist. I mean, that is what I studied at university, you know. So I worked 15 years for the pharma industry. And I was very successful, I can say. I work on research and development. Actually, when in 2020, I had a lot of work because we were working about how to find a solution to this problem that we all faced. But there was something inside me that told me that that was not the way, you know, that we should not keep living in fear, that we should not keep feeding all those stress situations. So I decided to quit my job. After 15 years, you know, everybody thought that I was crazy because I had a little kid, you know, and I was not quitting because I had another job, you know. I was quitting because my soul was not happy there. So I thought, well, I know that I will find my way. So many years ago, I started doing coaching, not as imaginal coach, but I started doing coaching, you know, about using different techniques. So I've been always really near to people. When you invited me to be part of the coaching of the coaches group, I just had I had some techniques from the past, but now I can talk to people through the spirit, you know, through your real desires. It is not about what your family needs, what your community needs, it's what you need. So I help people to find their way through going inside, and I do this through coaching, of course. And then I decided to start studying hypnotherapy and past life regression because I am convinced that we are more than this body, you know, that this is just an experience, and we will leave this body, and then we will return to our home, and then we will come back to keep learning. So I have all these discoveries once I step out of the common life. And Neville kind of opened for me that door. Start practicing. I just focused in what you taught me about learning, studying, applying, and practicing. So I start learning, studying every day. And that make a change in my life. So my life would not be the same, you know?
Yeah,
And
no,
that's what's
that's
happened.
beautiful. That's beautiful. I mean, I'm always amazed at what actually sticks with people that I teach. And one of the primary things she referred to is that I always encourage read, study, and apply. And then read, study, and apply. And of course, reading can also include audiobooks, listening to lectures on YouTube and so forth. But it's not just the taking it in, but then it's the actually understanding it and applying it in your life where you have the results. Now, let's talk about some of those results. And then I also want you to, before that, let's go I want to make sure I get it in, because I have altogether a little over 30 minutes possibly. So with about 15 minutes or so here, tell us how people can contact you, because I'm going to put it in my description. So tell us about do you have a website? Do you have a coaching link? What can you share with us?
Yeah, I will share with you my webpage. It is in Spanish, so maybe it's easier if I
say it in Spanish. I'm going to put put it in the description anyway. And I'm hoping we're getting a lot of Hispanic listeners, by the way. So that's fine.
Yeah, sure, that is great. So it is www.vidaaqui.com. That is in Spanish. So in that place, you can find my information about coaching, about past life regression therapies, about hypnosis therapies. And I also have a link from Through Cosmic, that is this place where we met from this Facebook group, Neville Goddard Mystic Teaching. So I have this link. So if you want a coaching session, you can go there and book your session. And well, I can also provide you with my social media links, you know, to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so
give it all to me. I'll put it in the description, because this lady is so powerful, and she is very involved with social media and reaching out to people. And her coaching methods, as you can see, are not the typical coaching methods. They are even beyond. No. So definitely you'll be able to help a lot of people. And I'm hoping that we'll reach a lot of the Hispanic community with this too, that both speak English and Spanish, perhaps, that are going to be watching this. So Isa, tell us a little bit more about your family life, because again, you have had some great results with what many call the SP, or special partner or special person. People are looking for a better partner, another partner, or to improve the relationship they have with their partner and also their children. So maybe tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. This is a great story, you know. Some years ago, as I said before, I was a Joe Dispenza student. I am still studying and attending to his seminars. So, well, I learned about his meditations. And someday I thought that I was ready to be with someone, you know. I was single at that time, so I want to be, because I like to share my time with somebody. So I said, well, I have to start applying my job, you know. So I started doing a meditation, Joe Dispenza meditation, and I had a clear idea of what I wanted. I wanted a person, a man that could be with me. And I just made a list, you know, of the attributes that this person should have. I wanted to feel supported. I wanted to feel really loved, respected. And most importantly for me was that he accepted me as I am. because I know that I am a little bit different, you know. I have a lot of ideas and I'm doing a lot of things all the time. So I need somebody that understands that and that supports and accepts that. So, well, I made this list, you know, of all the things that I wanted from him. I was not focused in some physical aspects, especially for one, and this is really strange. I wanted him to have a beard. Why? I don't know, but I wanted him to have a beard.
Machismo.
No, not at all.
No.
Machismo, no.
No.
You know, I don't know why, but this was like really, I don't care if he's tall, if he's short.
Okay. But you wanted the facial hair. Okay. Okay.
Well, that's it.
Well, you know what? You know what? That's wonderful, because when I discuss that subject with people, I encourage them to make a list, a specific list. It could be 10 things, primary things that you're looking for in your partner. And let's face it, looks can be part of that. Certainly romance can be part of that. The other things you mentioned, that them having similar in your personalities that need to match the type of man or woman that you want, because Neville Goddard taught that also, as Joe Dispenza does, is that we need to be specific. Yeah, because really if you are too general, what do you get? You get general. Yeah, generality. If you're specific, then the universe and God gives you specifically what you ask for. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I made this as detailed as possible. So once I have this, I meditated every night, Robert. And when I say every night, it's every night, even if it was weekend, even if that day I had a party, then I made some time because I have to do my meditations. Even if I was sick, even it was no challenge, you know, nothing that, okay, maybe tomorrow. No, because I was so clear that I wanted this in my life. And I knew that this was the way.
I love that. So you, again, just to reiterate, you did this every night. You were persistent.
Every night. And I was, you know, what I did in this meditation is that I designed, as Neville, that is why I connected the dots, you know, because I designed my imaginal scene. So what should I do with this person? How should I feel? How should I think? What things where places we are going to visit? How will be our day, our daily life, you know? So I made all these imaginal scenes with a lot of details. The clothes that I was wearing, how he smelled, you know, if it was a sunny day, if it was a rainy day, everything.
That's amazing. Now, this is important too, because as you know, may know, Isabel, a lot of my viewers are very new to the law of assumption. They're very new to Joe Dispenza and so forth, and they're new to manifesting. So that's worth reiterating. Neville encourages us to use all of our 5, really 6 senses in imagining a particular experience with whatever it is we're looking for. So if it's with a partner, you even mentioned the smell, even you could mention even taste, what you would hear, what he might say, how he would feel, how his hug might be, maybe have an experience in eating food together, the way he might treat your son, all of those things. You were visualizing, not just watching it, but you were immersing yourself in the actual feelings. And we'll wait just a moment. Looks like she's frozen because of the fabulous internet here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Okay, so we lost you just for a moment. And so I will edit that part out. So let's pause for about 3 seconds and then answer that question about immersing yourself in your feelings. So let's count to 3 in our heads.
Okay, so you ask me again or
no, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's really, yeah, you know, it's really important, the details, and it's really important to use our senses. And in hypnotherapy, this is part of the sessions. I guide people to feel, to hear, to see, because when we involve our senses, the experience is real. And you know, as Joe Dispenza says, no, and then the brain cannot differentiate what is a real situation from a non-real situation. That's how we get what we want, because we train ourselves. So that is what I did every night.
Okay, so that's a key point, and I want to lead that right into a class you've got coming up. that you're going to be teaching. I
Yeah.
want you to tell us about that. So you made a great point that Neville teaches that imagination creates reality. So we actually immerse ourselves in the imagination of it actually being true for us already, okay? That it's real. So immersing yourself in those feelings. Now, on that note, a couple of years ago, you attended my class and you were my assistant in the class, Feeling is a Secret in English. And then I know you've done some classes in Spanish, but you have a class coming up about that same book, which can never be understood enough. And you are taking the knowledge to another level in those classes. You're actually going to be introducing meditations and everything else, I understand.
Yeah.
Tell us about when that class is and how anyone can join that class. Where can they find that class and participate?
Yeah, thank you, Robert. Yeah, it is actually based in this great book from Neville Goddard, Feeling is the Secret. So this is starting on Saturday, October 7th, so next weekend. And this is a 4 sessions class, master class. Each session will be about 1.5 hours. And yeah, this is not about reading the book, you know. This is about going deeper in understanding all these concepts that could be difficult for newbies, or if you this is the first time that you are reading this. So the idea, or what I've done, is go deep and put a lot of examples, you know, so people can understand in their daily life how feelings are affecting their lives, and how they can start training themselves to feel what is aligned to their desires. So what I did also is that I added some meditations using my hypnosis, you know, knowledge. So I know how to go deeper to the subconscious mind where all these programs and beliefs are stored. So
well, this
the
is
idea
amazing.
is that,
so you know that I'm going to be there. I know we just have a few minutes left, but you know I'm going to be there and I wouldn't miss it for the world. So this is amazing because the last class you did that I attended with you, you also took us into a meditation. Isabel has an amazing way to just get you to close your eyes and immerse yourself in a meditation. She's going to be doing this during the class. Now, understand, these are classes that are she's been working on this for weeks. This involves a PowerPoint presentation. This involves videos within the class. This involves a presentation that is actually recorded so that although it starts on the 7th of October, 2023, those who are watching this perhaps after that date, you can still get this. So I'm going to leave the link because this is a class that you can buy and watch over and over and over, because when you purchase it, it's yours forever, and you can click the link and you can access it again and again and again. You can pause, you can reflect, you can take notes, you can practice each of the steps. So I'm just letting them know, because again, a lot of our viewers are not from Neville Goddard Mystic Teaching. They're viewers from that have just, you know, come across our site here for YouTube. So I'm going to leave the link in the description, friends. It's going to be where you can find Isabel, how you can join a class that she has coming up, and also how you can find her through social media. But your class on the book Feeling is the Secret from Neville Goddard is going to be spectacular. And this is a must attend for anyone who wants to learn how to use the power of their imagination and manifest and learn how to immerse yourself in the feeling of it. And as you've done, now you did this with a man. Now, what were the results? I know the results, but tell the friends what resulted from your doing that meditation to find the right partner.
Some months ago, maybe 3-4 months ago, I don't remember, I had a dream and I saw him, and it was really weird because this was a man that I met 25 years ago when we were kids.
What?
And in this time, in these 25 years, I have no communication with him. So I had him in my Facebook as my friend, you know, these friends that are just there, but you are not actually friends. And I dreamt with him, and in my dream, I knew that he was the one. So when I woke up, I just, okay, I have to contact him. I don't know if he's married, if he's not, if he's alive, if he lives, where he lives. I have no idea what is his life. So I contacted him, And since that day, we are together.
So you came out of this, out of the meditations and dream, so to speak, after you imagined those qualities, and he's the one that came to your mind and you contacted him?
Yeah. I did all my meditations, and one day I just go to sleep. I dreamt him. I saw him. And I knew he didn't talk to me, in my dream. I just saw him in front of me, and I knew that he was the one, that he was for me.
Now, listen,
So,
this is important because a lot of ladies and men are going to be contacting you after they see this video, because so many people are interested in how to find the right partner, how to manifest the partner that they already desire, and so forth. Is this something that you feel comfortable? I know the answer already, but if they contact you and they're looking for specific coaching about manifesting their special person or their better half, is that something that they can look to you for coaching with and get help?
absolutely, Robert. I want to share this with everyone, because this can be so easy if you have clear idea and if you work in yourself. I know that we are running out of time, but that is important that you also work in yourself so you attract what is similar to you. So yeah, of course.
We definitely have more to talk about. And I'm going to have you back on the channel again another time, because we've only touched the surface of this amazing lady. But if you want to, among other things, if one of your desires is manifesting a partner, let's just be simple: a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a partner, whatever you want to call it. You're looking for love, romance. This lady has been successful. She has an amazing man, and he's got the beard, and he's got everything else going on, right?
Yeah, he's got a beard.
And he treats he treats your son amazing. You have a great relationship with your son, which we didn't even talk about. I know you had challenges with him, and things are much better now. I say you're amazing, and I am so proud that I had the privilege of coaching you. But you've taken the ball and you've expanded so much beyond the coaching we did that you are in your own right an amazing coach now. She's a life coach, a hypnotherapy coach. She even goes into past life regressions, all of those things. And she helps people find their love. So you're going to be hearing from many of our viewers. You're going to be also involved in my commenting and answering the comments for this video. And so you can also ask her questions in my comments. And I'll be leaving all your links so that they can contact you. Be ready to be extra busy, because you're going to be contacted by a lot of my viewers. Isabel,
I'm
from
ready.
Mexico, I'll give just 1 minute. Any quick thoughts that you'd like to leave with my YouTube audience?
Yeah, one thing I want to say, Robert, and this is the key of all this. Yeah, you have to practice persistence, clear idea. Yeah, that is important. But there is one thing that is the most important thing, and this is gratitude. Gratitude for already having what you want. Gratitude for having the chance to do this. Gratitude, everyday gratitude. That is what if I have to say one thing, is that feel gratitude every day. Even though the situation is not as you want, you have now the opportunity to change that. Feel gratitude because you have that chance. So that is what I can tell you in one word.
Isabel, I couldn't be more proud of you. I am so
Robert.
proud of you, and I just love how things have gone for you. And myself and you have proven that having a personal coach is something that, and you went to the extra classes with Joe Dispenza and everything else. We have to put in the time to educate ourselves, and that's what you've done, but you've taken it much further and applied it in your life. The success is obvious. I congratulate you on that. I look forward to your Feeling is a Secret class. A lot of from here are going to be attending it, and so I'll leave that for them, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you very much, Robert. Muchas gracias a todos. Thank you.